It is time for news in the Queen's language. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thanks for joining us for the 6 p.m. English news over the Republican television. Let's begin right away with our headlines. The Senior Divisional Officer of Mayo-Luti Division of the North Region has challenged the population to cooperate more with the defense and security forces in the region in order to curb the insecurity situation. Under the auspices of the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Gabriel Bairobe, the 13th edition of the Mini Agro-Pastoral Show has been launched this Wednesday, December 22nd, at the Esplanade of the Omisport Stadium, attended by the Minister of Women Empowerment and the Family, Marie-Therese Abena Ondoa. The launching ceremony opened with about 200 stands for the exhibition of agricultural products by farmers from all the 10 divisions of the Central region. Hosting the Africa Cup of Nations has been described by sport pundits as the real source of pride that comes with untold financial aid material benefits. Many people now tend to ask the question as to what are the benefits to hosting the African Cup of Nations. Those were our headlines. We will be right back. You're welcome back. As you heard in one of our headlines, the Senior Divisional Officer of Mayo-Luti Division of the North Region has challenged the population to collaborate more with the defense and security forces in the region in order to curb the insecurity situation. He was speaking during the inauguration of a 4 Rapid Intervention Battalion camp. We have details of this story with Bertrand Tita.
Reinforcing security in the northern part of Cameroon to terrorist activities and illegal smuggling of goods and persons has led to the creation of new Rapid Intervention Battalion camps. The B camps has therefore been inaugurated to strengthen security in the northern part of Cameroon, more specifically the cross-border areas.
The population and the activities. Now, concerning this population, I want to send a vibrant message to them to collaborate and cooperate with the B authorities and give them the right information about the hideouts of these criminals who come in the night and take the population hostage and ask for ransom. The population live with these criminals. Some of the criminals are even their brothers and their relatives, but they are afraid to come to the B and denounce the population. The B alone cannot sufficiently secure the population and their activities without the collaboration and cooperation of the same population, because these criminals do not come from elsewhere. They live among the population, and it's for the population to help in securing themselves by denouncing these criminals.
The leaders of the Rapid Intervention Battalion is more frank to strengthen collaborations with the population to block the road to crimes and growing insecurity. A total of 4 new military bases are inaugurated in the northern part of the country. This testifies to the attention of the military high commander and the desire to preserve the territorial integrity. Strengthening security is one of the priorities of the Cameroonian government to ensure the safety of the population for peace, stability and social cohesion to reign in the northern part of Cameroon.
Just 2 days left to celebrate the Christmas feast. Markets in the political capital Yaoundé are still to feel the impact. Vendors are crying of business being slow. Goods are still stocked in warehouses. According to them, this year's business climate is worse than other past years of the Christmas season. Our reporter visited some markets in the city of Yaoundé in a bid to know the exact situation. Her report.
Really, we are crying. We are unable to sell. The business is not going. There is no money. All goods are stopped. We are unable to sell even 5,000 francs per day. You buy a goods expensive. It is just there looking at you. We don't know how we will spend this festive period. We are even hungry. We give our money to suppliers, but we are unable to sell to have our money back. This time around, it is not going. There is no money.
Like this trader, it is the cry of most traders in some markets in the political capital Yaoundé. Just 2 days left for Christmas, the markets are empty. No money, no buyers, and goods are still stocked in warehouses.
We are not selling anything. Since morning, I spent the night in the market. Everything is expensive. For us to even sell and profit, there is no way. Last year was better. Even my grandson, I have not bought anything for him. This year, I will just buy him a toy for 1,000 francs.
According to some vendors, this year's business climate is the worst as compared to other past Christmas seasons.
Business is not moving like other past years. For example, in 2018-2019, there was Corona, but we were at least selling. But today, you can go out with a good of 50,000 francs per day and you are unable to sell even 8,000 francs.
It is a very difficult season for these vendors as the business is too slow, though goods are not expensive.
Last year it was a bit better, but this year we have some difficulties because we don't have customers. Things are much difficult this year.
You're selling too expensive.
The problem is not too much expensive. The problem, it seems as if there is no money outside because we don't have customers. The price of this year is much better than last year, but we don't have customers. It's our wish that things should get better so that we also can enjoy the 25th also.
Nevertheless, these vendors still have their fingers crossed with the conviction that the business will take a speedy pace within these 2 days left before Christmas. 36,000 francs is the minimum wage for all Cameroonians, a situation that needs to be reviewed as the amount is too small and cannot help to better the living conditions, promote and ensure social dialogue. This situation was arrived at during the 30th and 31st session of a social dialogue and follow-up committee meeting chaired by the Minister of Labour and Social Security, Gregoire Owona. This is December 21st, 2021. And Omeko was present. Her report.
The needs of workers and their families so that they can have a decent life, enabling employers to improve productivity and ensuring competitiveness of their companies are some major problems disturbing social climate. Objective of this 30th and 31st session of the Social Dialogue Consultative and Elections of Follow-up Committee members, December 21st, 2021 at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. The minimum salary wage of 36,000 francs remains a problem.
So today, saying that the minimum salary wage should remain at 36,000 francs is not at the economic level of Cameroonians. Normally, we are supposed to be between 80,000 francs to 100,000 francs. Voice over to.
All hope is not lost as change may come in 2022.
If we cannot arrive at increasing the minimum salary wage in this country, it means we are killing the Cameroonian economy. We have an obligation to review and increase the salary wage. I hope that as we have not done it during this month of December, we'll have to do it during the first semester of the year 2022.
As the government keeps deliberating on how to increase the minimum salary wage of Cameroonians to better the economy, the newly elected members of the Social Dialogue Consultative and Follow-up Committee are waiting to be invited to discuss and take appropriate decisions to better the working conditions of Cameroonians.
Let's now talk something else, where the president of the Confederation of African Football, Dr. Patrice Motsepe, has reassured the head of state, His Excellency Paul Biya, the holding of the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon will take place despite all rumors from citizens, from critics. The reassurance was given yesterday at the Unity Palace during an audience granted to CAF authorities by President Paul Biya. In the following report, Bertrand Tita says the CAF president equally confirmed the participation of African players who play in European clubs. His report.
Cameroonians and Africans at large have once been assured by CAF authorities that the Africa Cup of Nations will hold as scheduled in Cameroon from the 9th of January to 6th of February 2022 as scheduled. Mr. Patrice Motsepe was speaking at the Unity Palace on Tuesday, December 21st, 2021, after an audience granted to CAF officials by the President of the Republic of Cameroon, His Excellency Paul Biya.
Coming to watch on the 9th.
Hosting the African Cup of Nations has been described by sport pundits as real source of a pride that comes with untold financial aid, material benefit from top-notch health, transport, hotel and sporting infrastructure. The host country of the AFCON stands to gain so much popularity and exposure from international visitors. We have this with Isaac Ngangkom.
Hosting the Africa Cup of Nations, as Cameroon will do in under 18 days from now, is a huge responsibility that comes along with a priceless exposure.
The exposure of the name Cameroon, I mean, everywhere you go, it's the Total Energy African Cup of Nations Cameroon 221. That name Cameroon, you can't imagine how many times it had been cited all around the world in newspapers, in news, amongst fans, in discussions. Everything is Cameroon. Cameroon is at the spotlight of the whole world come January 2021. So that exposure, that natural publicity it has, it's really priceless.
The competition often pulls tourists, fans, and different delegations into the host country, bringing along huge financial reserves.
Secondly, it attracts tourists because people are going to come in to your country, and the articles they are going to write is going to attract other people to visit Cameroon. Let's not forget that we had more than 2,000 demands for media accreditations only. So you can imagine the enthusiasm that is for people coming into Cameroon. And these people are coming in with their pockets full of money because they have to eat, they have to lodge, they have to be transported from one place to the other. And it's great income, a big advantage for Cameroon because we have foreign currency coming into the country to revitalize the economy. So
the economic boom, therefore, that accompanies such a bonanza is beyond imagination.
The teams, the fans, the officials, the tourists, everybody coming in for the AFCON is going to create a big economic boom for Cameroon, for the Cameroonian economy, just in that 1 month time phrase. I mean, hotels will be full. Everybody is going to gain in one way or the other.
Not to mention the infrastructural development of the host country.
You see the efforts Cameroon has made to get to the level of infrastructural development that we are today. You understand that is a big bonus, big benefit for Cameroon, because after the African Cup of Nations, we are going to organize the national championship and players will have better infrastructure. We just saw that equally when we hosted the African Women Cup of Nations in 2016, where after that competition, the Elite One Championship got really a lift up because we're playing no more on sandy soils, but on natural turf.
All in all, Hosting the Africa Cup of Nations is an exciting adventure that procures untold joy of citizens and boasts the socio-economic development of the host nation.
The African continent is still struggling to impose herself on the international scene when it comes to making meaningful contributions in the development of football. Despite counting 54 member associations of FIFA, the Confederations of African Football is still to consider by many as a by many as a toothless bulldog. Our reporter Isaac Ngongkum had a serious chat with a Cameroonian sport analyst Lawrence Kende and put together the following report.
There is no gainsaying that Africa has a fair representation at the football governing powerhouse, FIFA.
The governing body is the FIFA Council, where you have a president who is naturally Gianni Infantino, and you have 5 vice presidents. The presidents of each of the confederations are automatically vice presidents of FIFA. So Patrice Motsepe is a vice president of FIFA, and each confederation has 6 members. So, and 1 lady per confederation. Minimum of 1 lady, and in the level of Africa is Issa Johnson from Sierra Leone. The problem with Africa's representation at the level of FIFA, it's not the number, because we have the same number like the other confederations.
However, the African representatives at FIFA seem to be dormant.
But the main problem is the quality of the members we do send at the level of the FIFA. People who cannot take decisions from themselves, people who are there just to clap, people who are there, they don't propose anything for the continent. So you see a good number of Africans there, and even the Secretary General of FIFA, Fatma Samoura, is from Senegal, but it weighs nothing in decision making at the level of FIFA. We just have the impression that our African representatives are people who go there just to clap at every decision.
Considering the current bashing the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations to be staged in Cameroon has received from some Western powers, one is tempted to question the voice of African football stars.
Africa's weight in world football is just by its players, those who are on the pitch playing the football. Those are the ones who really count. The Sadio Manes, the Mohamed Salah, the Naby Keitas. I mean, these are the players who make the name of Africa internationally. But how many are there who can really weigh at the international level? They have their market value, but they sell their trade to their various clubs. Apart from this, Africa has no real bargaining power.
The continent can boast of a strong electoral base during FIFA elections, though.
Africa's vote counts when it comes to electing FIFA's president, because it's a one-man, one-vote affair, and we have 54 federations in Africa. That's 54 voices. That's why Gianni Infantino really wanted to keep Africa as his voting ground.
But the Confederation of African Football, CAF, must work hard to regain her financial independence.
We only have the African Cup of Nations, and we are still struggling to make it up financially with sponsorship. I think at the time of Issa Hayatou, Africa had grown to the level of having some sort of financial independence, but unfortunately, with time and with the ousting of Issa Hayatou, we completely lost our partners.
It is therefore clear that Africa has a huge potential when it comes to the global discourse on football. Pundits strongly opine that the best time for Africans to rise up to the occasion and shine is now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue with sport, but this time around with this cover shot where the Minister of Sport and Physical Education, Professor Narcisse Moel Ekombi, has expressed satisfaction with the aggregated stands at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium at Fadena and the 60,000 Olembe capacity stadium poised to host the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations in Yaoundé. He made the declaration this this Wednesday, December 22nd, during a visit to this site. He equally used the opportunity to educate Cameroonians to get vaccinated against the ravaging pandemic, which will be one of the prerequisites to have access into the stadium during the biggest Africa football jamboree that kicks off on January 9th, 2022. The sports boss equally threw few words of encouragement to the indomitable Lions, who will be playing at the 60,000 Olembe Stadium. Let's now take a listen to an excerpt of the Minister of Sports and Physical Education, carefully selected by Bertrand Tita.
Very satisfied, and I am happy to notice that the two accreditation centers of Yaoundé, that is to say BrigadeAntiSardinard and Yaoundé-Olembe, are operational and functioning very well. As you can see, badges are edited early enough to avoid last-minute difficulties. I would like to seize this opportunity to encourage indomitable Lions supporters, fans in particular, and all others fans in general. Indomitable Lions, as you know, will perform on Olembe site, and I'd like to encourage all fans and all other actors to get vaccinated in order to respect the medical protocol in conformity with CAF and our local organizing committee prescriptions.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, you're watching the 6 p.m. English news over the Republican television. Let's now take you out of the country, where South Africa has successfully passed the peak of the fourth deadly COVID-19 pandemic, according to an announcement made by health experts on Tuesday. While in Madagascar, Madagascan police chief has swum for 12 hours for safety after a helicopter crash that occurred in the country. We have this story and more with Jan Nenka.
Scientists in South Africa have announced the end of coronavirus infections in the country. According to reports from experts this Tuesday, South Africa has successfully passed the peak of the fourth wave of the deadly disease, as the number of hospitalized cases have relatively dropped, even though infections still remain high. According to reports from experts, the note of alarm was first sounded about a month ago, even though new daily cases of the deadly virus have been surging since the mid-November. The huge number of infections with less hospitalizations has been interpreted as a good news and a narrow escape from the fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic. This report from South Africa is coming in at a moment when the World Health Organization's top official has urged governments to prepare for a significant surge in COVID-19 cases across the European continent. The announcement was equally made this Tuesday. Moving over to Madagascar, the Madagascan police chief has reportedly swum for 12 hours for safety after a helicopter crash that occurred at about 4 o'clock on Monday. The helicopter that was flying him, accompanied by others, on an inspection visit to a shipwreck, killed at least 39 persons during the crash. According to the Secretary of State for Police, the accident happened because of a gust of wind, which was not the fault of the pilot, neither was it a mechanical fault. The Madagascan police chief, who became minister thanks to a cabinet reshufflement in August and thanks to his service in the force for 3 decades, succeeded to reach safety together with the mechanic of the aircraft. Taking another stop in Ghana, a dispute broke out in the parliament on Monday over a proposed tax on electronic transactions. The disagreement in the parliament, which led to the adjournment of the proceedings, was further sparked by the absence of the House Speaker, who had delegated his deputy to oversee the proceedings. According to reports, the parliamentarians are of the opinion that the proposed levy will impact people of the lower income negatively as they rely on mobile transactions for their daily lives. Records have it that this is the 3rd time Ghanaian parliamentarians are having a clash. For the meantime, a vote on whether to proceed with the urgency procedures has been announced for January 18, 2022.
It is with the news out of the country that takes us to the end of our 6 p.m. English news. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for staying with us. Desiree Trésor Mbounet will be with you when it's exactly 8 p.m. for news in the French language. But until then, do stay tuned in the company of interesting programs over the Republican television. Have a blessed evening.